Well, hi. Today is Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for sticking with me this week, and reminder that we are going to be just celebrating Thanksgiving with everyone else tomorrow, so there will not be a show tomorrow. However, we'll be back on Friday talking with some small business owners and also doing that Hawkeye Husker football preview show with a Husker fan that is going to be coming up on a Friday. And you're going to recognize him because he's a longtime radio personality in the Omaha market and spent decades on the air at a variety of radio stations. So I'm looking forward to catching up with him and hearing what horrible things he has to say about Iowa. This being basically the Thanksgiving show, because we're not going to be doing one tomorrow. I thought that I might talk a little bit about some of the different things that I'm thankful for, because I've got a long list, and close to the top of the list, of course, is all of you for watching this show, for being so supportive. As I got this thing going a couple of months ago, and we're approaching the end of the second month, and popularity keeps growing. I keep seeing more and more shares of the show, which is always helpful. Anybody that has an online show, just clicking the like button is huge. And if you could do that, that helps the algorithm that gets this out so more people can be able to see it. I mean, the entire focus of this show is to highlight what's happening in Council Bluffs and the surrounding area and expanding out into Southwest Iowa. And I think we're doing a pretty good job with that. And you are doing a very good job of helping me with those shares and likes. So thank you for that. This past year has been, it's been challenging. And as many of you know, that career that I thought that I was going back into did not continue. So I had to pivot once again and relaunch a business. And I had to kind of dodge a few things in order to make all of that happen, but eventually was able to bring all of this back together. And I was able to find out how many great friends that I had, because they really stuck with me, and I was getting nothing but support from those that are truly in my corner. And I want to say thank you. And if you're sitting here and you're wondering, I wonder if Todd's talking about me. Yeah, I'm talking about you, because if you're watching right now, I can guarantee you that you are one of those people. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I am everything that I've been doing isn't possible without everything that you have done in order to support this program. As always, if you have any ideas as we approach into December and then into the new year about the different things that we can do with this show, would love to hear from you. Just send me an email, toddstuder@gmail.com, and just pass along your tips, and I'll see what I can do with that. Also, want to say thank you to Rick Graybill with Foxco Fabrication. He was one of the first ones. As soon as I started talking to him about some of the different things that I wanted to do, he said, well, you can't do it without business cards. So he made me some metal business cards. These things are really cool. Just go to foxcofab.com and take a look at some of the different work that he can do. And also, something's coming up very soon. I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, but it is going to be happening, and it's a project of his is going to be very visible. That's all that I can say right now. I can't say anything else. I've been sworn to secrecy, but we'll be filling you in on that just as soon as it is up and public. So foxcofab.com is a website. He told us last Friday at Winterfest that if you had things that you wanted to get in before Christmas, orders you wanted to get in, such as mugs and cups or signs or different things like that, he would be able to do that. He said if you wanted one of his flatbed trailer or flatbed trucks, converting your truck into a flatbed, that probably wouldn't be able to happen before Christmas. But just reach out to him, foxcofab.com. All the information is right there on his website. Also, Sprout Marketing Solutions is a big supporter of Morning Coffee. That is Kelsey Rollins, and she decided that it was time to get out there on her own. And I remember talking with her early this year, and she was saying that, wondering if it was time to leave her full-time job and go full-time into doing this. And I remember telling her that you've got the skills to do it. So go ahead and jump in. And just as soon as she did, everyone else found out that she had the skills to do it, because her client list is growing rapidly. and I couldn't be happier for her. She's also employing people now and being a big booster of things going on in the community, a member of the chamber, and I'm very proud of everything that Kelsey's done, and also thank her for being such a big supporter here of this program, Morning Coffee. I also yesterday was able to go back. I talked before about a book that a local gentleman had written. It's this book here. His name is Jim Motz, and this is an inspirational book. He talks about learn how to turn pain, struggles, and poor choices into growth opportunities and make positive changes in your life. Says it right there on the back of the book. And I was able to help this gentleman put a podcast studio together for his podcast called the Ministry of Freedom Show. He has it on YouTube, and he's going to be putting out new episodes very soon. Not only that, he's going to join me coming up very soon. So we'll have him on in a couple of weeks to talk about his podcast, talk about his tie into Iowa. He used to have a car dealership right here in Council Bluffs until just recently. And also still has a lot of connections into Southwest Iowa. He told me yesterday that he has a new investment property in Missouri Valley. So it's very, very strong tie to our area. And I'm looking forward to talking with Jim, learning more about his story and about his podcast too. And it was a lot of fun putting that podcast studio together. And a big thank you to Kyle Rainey and also Amy Dillard for being so helpful, and Kyle doing the lion's share of the work, to be honest with you. So anyway, look for that episode coming up in a couple of weeks that we'll be talking with Jim Motz. And I wanted to again invite you, if you had a small business that is like a specialty shop, a retail shop, anything that you were open during the Christmas season and you would like to come on and talk about your shop and talk about your journey, I would love to have you as a guest right here on Morning Coffee, because my goal this year is to try to remind people, including myself, of just how great it used to be when you go out Christmas shopping and actually go out and go Christmas shopping and go to different shops and go to grab a bite to eat while you're out, and you get all bundled up because it's cold and you make an entire day out of it. Some of the best Christmas gifts that I ever received in my life weren't bought online. They weren't bought from a click, and usually something that I wasn't expecting. The gift itself is secondary to the thought that was behind it. It's an old cliche. It's the thought that counts. But think about what that means. It means you are thinking about someone else at that time, and that is what the real gift is. You're taking part of your time and you are focusing on someone else and focusing on what it is that they may like. And trust me, you go into some of these shops that we have here in Council Bluffs, Missouri Valley, Neola, Underwood, Trainer, Glenwood, and that's just a few of the communities that have some of these things. And shop around, take a look. Talk to the people that work there, talk to the people that own the business, and get back to the way things used to be. That's my goal this year during the Christmas season, is to not buy anything online, because again, I'm not a big person on Christmas lists. It turns into more of a wish list for me. I think it's take some time, think about the person, see if I can find something that reminds me of them, and that is, as I said, some of the best gifts that I've ever received. So I would encourage you to get out and visit these shops and visit some folks that are out there just trying to make a living. Some of them are doing it part-time while they still work full-time other jobs. And we're going to have someone on coming up on Friday's show. We had Jamie Bush on just recently, and she's going to talk about her shop, the Unique Boutique in Neola, and some of the different things that she does there. And that's, as I said, that's just one of them. I know of a lot of people that have these specialty shops out and about, or maybe it's a trip up to Walnut and go through the antique stores. There's a ton of different things. And if you run out of ideas, there's always that bottle of 10W40 at the gas station. So another great sponsor of Morning Coffee is the Mile Away. And the Mile Away is going to be closed for Thanksgiving this year, so they won't be open on Thursday. However, today is their fiesta night, so you can get their taco special, margarita special. And then on Friday, They are going to be having a watch party for the Hawkeyes and the Huskers. They've got deals on the pails of beer. What do you call it? A bucket of beer. That's what it is. And also wing specials. They've got great wings. I've had them. And what a wonderful place to be able to watch a game. And so that's all going on at the Mile Away. Kickoff is Friday at 6:30. So make plans to, and also make plans to root for the Hawkeyes. Even if you're a Husker fan, it's time. Come on over. Leave the dark side. Yeah, I just lost a lot of listeners. Also, Spiral of Accountability is the name of a book written by Carol Horner. And this book is designed to help your business be able to communicate better with each other. You know, you've got your staff and sometimes things can get in the way. And this being accountable for the things that you say, the things that you do, this book can help you get things back on track or maybe even improve where you're already at. So her website, spiralofaccountability.com, you can buy the book right there. And also, I'll keep you updated. Carol and I have been talking about one day maybe turning that into an audiobook and having her read it. And I'm a huge fan of author-read books, especially books like this that the author can read, because you can really get the feel for exactly what they mean when they put the words down, because you're getting the inflection at the same time. So that coming up later. But for right now, you can pick up a copy of that book, Spiral of Accountability, right there on her website. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up, and we will be taking tomorrow off. And I hope that your turkey is as however it is that you want it to be. Somebody asked me if I was deep frying one today, and I said, no, I don't have the kind of guts. It's just going in the oven. But and however you celebrate, have a wonderful time with family and friends. And on a side note, I saw that CBS is not airing the parade this year. Nope, it's only going to be on NBC. So, but it's still, you'll still be able to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York. CBS is just not carrying it. Don't know what they're putting on in its place, but that was just an article that I read. So have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you right back here Friday morning. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you then.